Hey guys, so I know I put a video out earlier, but I just want to say happy new year to everybody. Today I'm coming to you with just something that just anybody applying to grad school. So, I've got my hot cocoa. Please do not mind this mug. It's old. But yeah, I'm going to drink hot cocoa while we talk. Delicious, and it does have marshmallows in it. Anyway, so today's video is pretty much going to be about the anxiety behind applying to grad school. And just to say, I want to apologize for the glare, the ring light, the light, my glasses. You know, it happens. It is what it is. But yeah, so today, the day I'm recording, January 25th, I dropped all of my classes and I am honestly taking a leap of faith and applying to grad school for the March 8th start date. So let me tell y'all how I got here. So basically, I finally figured out what I wanted to do like several months ago for graduate school, and I still had a balance at my alma mater. So I pretty much have to I got to pay them back before I can apply to grad school, get my transcripts and everything. I had to take out a past due loan. Now, a little more backstory. So technically, my undergraduate degree wasn't certified until August 2020. Now, for FAFSA, as long as your degree is not certified by July 1st of 2020, then you can still receive undergrad aid for the next year. So I figured that I would go to community college for the fall 2020 and the spring 2021 school year. I would take out federal loans and pay off my old school. Now it's kind of just I know some people are probably like, dang, how do you do that? But it's literally because my degree wasn't certified by the FAFSA deadline where I was actually able to do that. So the first semester in the fall when I tried to do that, it did not work out because because I didn't know that you had to have your program selected by the first day of classes or whatever, whether of the term. That's what it is, because I thought it was the first day before your classes start. My classes didn't start for a couple of weeks after the semester had actually started, but no, your program has to be selected before the actual term starts. So because of that, I didn't qualify for my loans. So I just took one class, took a paralegal class to see, was it for me? Realized it wasn't. Anyway, so I had it all situated before this spring semester. Now, when I had talked to financial aid, they had pretty much told me that it was pretty much going to take until the end of February to get my refund check. And I'm just like, I don't have that type of time, you know? I did not have that kind of time, because some of the schools I was applying for the fall semester, their deadline was March 1st. At least their priority deadline, priority scholarship deadline, things like that. And I was just like, yeah, I need that. So I was like, I will take out another past due loan. So the first past due loan I took that out in November. And then the second past due loan I took out, taking out, because I just did the application today, gotta wait for them to, get back to me on that. I'm sorry, y'all, I gotta get the marshmallows before they, melt and everything. But anyway, so I know that it's crazy because it's just I could have just taken out the past due loan, sent it over to the undergrad school, stayed in my community college classes this semester, and, waited for the federal loan to come through. But it was just let's just say it didn't come through. Like they're just like, we can't give you the full thing. I just felt like, why am I taking these classes if they're really not going to benefit me in any kind of way? I honestly wanted to do like their CNA classes or their phlebotomy classes, shoot EMT, anything that would have honestly been like practical, like something I really could have like applied like in the real world, like like get a job. Like I mean, I want to be a CNA, man, I want to be a phlebotomist, man, I want to be an EMT. But for me, that would have made sense to take, those classes, get those credits, and actually be able to use it versus like taking just some random classes or whatever just to like fill up because I needed to take out the loans. And I couldn't do any of the programs because I needed my transcripts from my previous school. So, that just wasn't going to work out for me. Over the weekend, I had really been thinking like, it just doesn't make sense to be taking these classes and to be doing all this homework, buying books, trying to study, trying to like get good grades. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, sure, I don't need these classes. But if I have to turn in the transcripts, I don't want any classes, making me look bad. Especially if it's like community college classes. So I just felt like, nah, we're just going to take a leap of faith on this. And it's like, hopefully it works because, man, today was really like hectic. I was sending emails about letters of recommendations. I requested all of my transcripts except for one school. So I had 6 schools I had to request transcripts from. Don't ask. But I requested my transcripts from 5 schools. Um, I what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was withdrawing from classes, updating FAFSA applications, like I said, sending out emails and text messages about letters of recommendations, following up with the school I'm applying for because I'm applying for their online MSW program. Man, like I've been making calls, sending emails, doing applications like all day. But I'm not gonna lie, like I was already anxious about applying to grad school, and this just kind of like made it even worse. Like it made it even worse. Y'all, there's a marshmallow in here that just won't. It just kind of feels like, for one, it already feels like I feel like I took so long to get here. By the time I graduated high school, I had 30 college like credit hours already. Um, I really could have been done with college 2018 because I graduated high school in 2015. Like I said, I had 30 college credit hours. Well, almost 30. I think I had 28. But I probably could have graduated like spring 2018. Or shoot, I could have probably even graduated in 2017 if I had taken like summer classes. But I feel like not knowing exactly what I wanted to do was holding me back. And it's just like, dang, like I wish I had figured it out a lot sooner, exactly what I wanted to do. I wish I had followed my first mind and really stuck to like who I really like, who I am, instead of like trying to listen to what other people were saying or, taking so many opinions from other people. And I'm not going to say like these were just like, like willy-nilly kind of opinions. They made sense. They were very valid, like, things, it could have really worked out. Like if everything had worked out the way like other people had, made it seem like it could have or something like that, like I still could have ended up with a really good life. But just after so long of not exactly knowing what you want to do, feeling like you got to do something for somebody else or you got to do something to make somebody proud of you and things like that, it gets so draining after a while. And I feel like I'm just at that point where I'm very happy and very confident that, you know, what I'm going to be doing for a future career will work out in the end. And I know it's really not that serious because it's just like, okay, Keely, like it's only a couple of, you know, like more years. But I never really saw myself finishing grad school by the time I was almost 28 or anything like that, because I'll be 25 in September. Well, I guess I'll probably be maybe just about turning 27 at this point. You know, when I get into the program in March, I guess because I'll start, you know, like a little earlier in the fall. But, you know, the way I was seeing it at the time was I'm going to start in August. I'll be 25 in September. 2 years after that, like I'll be 27 when I'm graduating, but I'll be turning 28 like a couple of months right after that. So it just seems so like, dang, I wish that it didn't have to happen this way. But, you know, at the end of the day, um, the way I see it is that it's never too late to go to school. It's never too late to try to get your education. And I'm really not that old when you put in like retrospect, but it's just not what I saw for myself personally. Um, so that was a little hard to have to, you know, just like kind of like come to terms with. Like I am going to be a little older, but I'm not going to be old, okay? Like I still have like 20s to live out. I can still do everything I want to do. It's just on a different timeline. And I think that was one of my biggest issues, was that I put myself on a timeline. Like, you know, I think when like girls are young, they're like, oh, I want to be engaged by the time I'm 25. I want to have kids by the time I'm like 28 or 30, like blah, 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 blah. But it's just like sometimes you can't put yourself on a timeline, because when things don't go according to your plan, you get frustrated and it gets so aggravating. But it's like at the end of the day, like we're not on our own like particular like timeline. If you're religious, you feel like you're on God's timeline. You know, if you're spiritual, you just feel like, you know, everything happens by like, you know, like fate, destiny, things like that. But, you know, but something that really, really makes me anxious about this is that because I have switched so many different like career paths and things like that, it does make me feel like, dang, should I wait? Like, should I wait, you know, another like year? Should I wait another 6 months? Um, what if I get into this program and I'm just like, oh my God, this isn't what I want to do? And it's crazy because my boyfriend is in a BSW program and I'll be starting an MSW program. And I've watched him in his classes. I've pretty much helped him with some of his work, you know, like editing papers and things like that for him. You know, like looking through his book, you know, getting to, you know, see like dibble and dabble and, you know, everything's going on. And it's like, I know it's for me. And I've honestly always known it was for me. But it's just like because of my track record of constantly changing things. Now, for anybody who really, you know, likes zodiac signs, I'm a Libra, very indecisive. And I mean it. When I say indecisive, I mean very indecisive. Like I'm probably one of the most indecisive people you'll probably ever meet. But and that's such a big like problem for me because I'm so indecisive. It's just like one day I'm talking about I want to be a doctor, another day I'm talking about I want to be a lawyer, another day I'm talking about I want to be a social worker, or I want to be a teacher, or what if I do this, or what if I do that, or blah 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 blah. And I make plans, I make lists, I make pros and con charts. Like I do it all, you know. But that does kind of like have me super super anxious. Like what if I'm doing this and I get there and it's like, this sucks. Like this sucks. Am I rushing this process like too fast? And honestly, like my friend would say, que sera sera, which I guess pretty much just kind of means like what will be, something like that, whatever it is. It's just kind of like, you know, go with the flow. Like don't think, don't overthink so much. And I'm such an overthinker, but it's just like, dang, like this is like such a big life decision. I just dropped all my classes, so I ain't gonna be able to get them back. I am about to try to bang out like a personal statement, make sure my resume looks tip top shape, you know, get these recommendations going, you know, and really like apply, like really apply. And honestly, I'm about to put in so much effort into this particular school that I'm kind of like not going to apply to this other school. But this other school is like a little more than $400 more. Like, it's, what am I trying to say? It's like a little more than $400 extra per credit hour compared to this other school. Like this one school, it's like $600 per credit hour versus another school, it's like 1,050 something, 1,100 and something like that. And whew, that's expensive. So yeah, we really trying. But you know, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like this is just one of those times where like students in my position, like anybody applying to grad school, it's just like you feel like you have to apply to so many schools because it's like, what if I don't get in? What if I don't get in? Then I have to take a gap year. I have to start in a different semester. But it's like no, we have to like, I don't know, like, I'm not going to say take a chill pill because no, this is like a very trying time. Like it's like, it feels like it's so detrimental. But the only way I can like try to like lower my anxiety about it is to just think that everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. And, you know, if it's meant to be for me, then it'll be for me. And if it's not, I'll cry. I will cry. I will definitely cry. But it's not going to stop me from getting to where I want to be. And, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like that's really all that matters. As long as I still try to progress to who I need to be, then, you know, like I said, that's really what matters. As anxious as I am to start this process, like I am still kind of like excited, but maybe I'm just excited because that's like the adrenaline, you know, you ain't got that much time. It's January 25th and your application needs to be in by March 1st. And school starts March 8th. So, you know, we cutting it pretty close there, Keely. We cutting it pretty close. But like I said, I think it's the adrenaline that's kicked in. Hope it lasts this whole process because but anyway, guys, so those are just, you know, like some of my anxieties about the whole like applying process. Like I'm not even like anxious about, oh, my GPA or you know, oh, my, you know, are my letters of recommendation going to be good? It's like, no, like I'm anxious because what if I'm making the wrong decision? I'm anxious because, you know, am I jumping the gun? Am I going too fast? I do feel for the students who are concerned about their GPA, who are concerned about their letters of recommendation, concerned about their experience. The reason why I'm not 100% concerned about my GPA, I don't have the best GPA. I have a 3.07. But I have people who will write me really good recommendations. I write very well, so my personal statement should be really nice. My work experience is pretty good. So I just feel like I feel a little more okay. Like those things do kind of balance out like my GPA a little bit more. But for those people who feel like their GPA isn't high enough, maybe it's not at their medium for that program that you want to get into. Maybe it's not even at their low. But what's meant for you is going to be for you. Like that's kind of just how you have to see everything. You know, whatever's supposed to happen in life is going to happen regardless if you wanted to or not. It just kind of is what it is. And I know that kind of sucks to say, but it is true. But, you know, just do what you have to do that's going to benefit yourself. You know, if you have to find somebody who's going to write you really strong recommendations, do that. Like, it doesn't matter if you haven't talked to them in a long time. If you feel like they're going to write you a strong recommendation, reach out to them. If you need to, write your personal statement and have like 10 people look over and edit it and critique it, do that. If you feel like you need to gain some type of like work experience, volunteer experience, do that. You have to do things that are going to make you stand out. You have to do things that, if you're weaker in one area, where are you really strong? Like, I might have not had the best GPA, but I know in my job, I'm very strong in my job. And I have done, like, I have the work experience that fits my, my career goals. So everything you do, just know that what you do now is kind of putting you in place for what you want to be for the future, where you want to be for the future. And if things just don't work out the way you want them to, that's okay, because you're going to get to where you need to be and your life is still going to be fire. Okay, doke, guys. That's it for this. I kind of just wanted to let y'all know what was just recently going on, like the little anxiety I was having. But I really need to go and record another video because clearly I have been gone for a long time. So I am going to go make some content for you guys. So